Hi everyone, it's Miss Quick. In this video, we're going to talk about 3-digit numbers minus 3-digit numbers using subtraction with borrowing, and we will not have any zeros in this number. The steps will be the same as it has been for the last couple videos. So our first example is going to be, our first example is going to be 582 minus 165. Notice how I lined up my place values. We have a 3-digit number minus a 3-digit number. So we're always going to start with the ones place. So we have 2 minus 5. Let's see if we can do that. 2, take away 5. 1, 2. We don't have enough numbers, so we will need to borrow. So let's make our hundreds, tens, and ones chart. Okay, let's see how many hundreds we have. There's a 5 in that number, and we're only talking about the top number, okay, not the bottom number. We're just working with the top number. So I have 5 hundreds, so I'm going to put 5 hundreds down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In my tens place, there's an 8, so I have 8 tens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and in my ones place there's a 2, so I have 2 ones. Okay, I'll need to borrow from the tens place so I can get more ones. So I'll circle a 10, draw my arrow to show where it's going. 10 ones is what I'm going to need to add to the ones place. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I will cross out that 10. It's not in the tens place anymore. It's now in the ones place. So I started with 8 tens and I just took a 10 away. So that's 7 tens. So on my numbers over here, I'll cross out the 8 and I'll write a 7. And then remember, over on the ones, I started with 2 ones and I just added 10 more. So 2 plus 10 is 12. So now I do have 12 ones. I have enough ones now where I could take away 5. And sometimes the easiest way to subtract is when you start with the lower number, count up to the bigger number, and the difference will be your answer. So I'm going to put 5 on my head, count up to 12. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 minus 5 is 7. So I'm going to write that in my ones place. Okay. Now we can move over to the tens place. Let's do 7 minus 6. So 7, take away 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was able to have enough tens to do that, so I'm left over with 1. So 7 minus 6 is 1, so I can write that number in my tens place. I won't need to borrow from the hundreds for that column. And now let's look at the hundreds place. I have 5 hundreds, take away 1. So 5 minus 1 is 4. So we can just go ahead and write that in our hundreds place, okay? Now I'm going to erase this, and then I would like you to do the example that I'm going to write on the board. Once I write it down, I would like you to pause the video, and then I would like you to start the video again when you're ready to talk about it, okay? I would like you to try 831 minus 253. Okay, go ahead and pause the video now and try this question. Okay, now that you've started the video again, let's start with the ones place. So 1 minus 3. Here's 1. Let's take away 3. 1. I did not have enough numbers to take away, so I will need to borrow. So let's make our hundreds, tens, and ones chart so we know what's happening. Let's look at that first number, 831. How many hundreds do I have? 8, because there's an 8 in the hundreds place. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I had 8 hundreds. And then in my tens place, there is a 3 for 831. So I have 3 tens. 1, 2, 3. And in my ones place, I have 1 1. So I'll just write that down right here. Remember, I could not do 1 take away 3 because there were not enough numbers. So I will need to borrow from the tens place. So I'll circle a 10. I'll bring it over to the ones. And when I bring it over, I need to make 10 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll cross off that 10 since it's not there anymore. And now I'll go over to my numbers and see what I just did. Okay, so I'm going to do how many 10s I have. I started with 3 and I just took a 10 away. So now I have 2 10s. So I'll cross out the 3, make it a 2. And then in my ones place, I started with this 1 right here. So I already had 1 and then I added 10 more. So 1 plus 10 is 11. So I'm going to cross this out and I'm going to make this an 11. Okay. Now I have enough 1s where I can take away 3. And we want to start with the lower number, count up to the bigger number, and then it will tell me what the difference is. So I'll do 3 on my head, count up to 11. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 minus 3 is 8. So I'm going to go ahead and write that in my ones place. Now I've taken care of the 1s. Now I can move over to the 10s place. So it looks like we're trying to do 2, take away 5. So let's hold up 2 fingers, take away 5. 1, 2. I don't have enough numbers, so I will need to get some more 10s. And the only way to do that is to borrow from next door in the hundreds place. So I'll circle 100, draw my arrow. Now remember, 10 10s is 100. So I'm going to add another 10 10s to the 2 that I already have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, remember, oh, and sorry, I'm going to cross this out too because it's not here anymore. So we want to make sure we know it's not there. Okay, so remember, I did start with 2 10s already in my 10s place. So I'm going to circle those so I know what I started with. There are 2 10s there already. Remember, this other 10 that used to be here, we've already taken it away, so it's not there anymore. We had 2 10s, okay? Now I just added another 10 10s. So 2 plus 10 is 12. So I'm going to write out that I have not 2 10s anymore, but 12, okay? And now I need to show what I have in my hundreds place. I started with 800s and I just took one away. So now I have 700. 700s in my hundreds place. So I'll show it like that. Now I can subtract in the tens place. So I have enough numbers to take away from. I'll put 5 on my head, count up to 12. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 minus 5 is 7, so I'll go ahead and write that in my tens place. Now I can move over to the hundreds place. So 7 take away 2. 1, 2 is 5. So we can just go ahead and write 5 down, and our answer should be 578.